Okay. The reason I bought the jacket was because it was on sale and it's looks pretty classy as well, and cool. And it's quite a modern jacket. It makes me look young. Yeah, I think the brand is very important. And I think I saw a couple of people wearing the Zara brand, and I quite like the style. And I thought I want to be part of the crowd. I guess follow the trend and what people are wearing. The main factor is, of course, the price, but also the brand positioning in sustainability. The sustainability is also very important now these days. I guess that will change the way I shop now to make sure that the brand cares for the environment and also um, so they're not actually wasting and probably good to maybe there's an option there to actually recycle all clothes. Um, probably provide a service to actually take all clothes and they could actually use the material back into making new clothes. I didn't know about that, but that's a really good thing. Maybe they should promote that a little bit more to the public. I think when I was my teens, my parents took us to Venice, and I think back then they were quite, we were supporting the charities, and a friend of my parents suggested, "Hey, why don't you go there to buy really good quality clothes secondhand, and it's a fraction of the price you buy brand new." So, and I guess when we were kids, we were growing out of clothes very quickly. So I think my parents was thought, okay, look, we'll consider that. But certainly, I think anything that we can do to kind of recycle clothes and vintage, I think is quite important in this society in this time of age now. I bought actually one for a party. It was a vintage shirt. I was looking. I think it was the 70s look, and I went to a shop and actually didn't realize that it was actually a vintage shop. I thought it was actually more selling classical clothes rather than secondhand. And then I can understand. It's just probably a cool term now to label a secondhand shop, which doesn't sound cool, to label it vintage. So it's almost kind of rebranding. But I'm okay. I bought a shirt there for the party, but yeah, I haven't actually gone into a vintage shop to as part of to buy an everyday clothing. Yeah, I did it for a party. Just finding it, I think. I mean, a lot of those vintage shops are in places like Surrey Hills where I don't normally go, so it's not mainstream yet in the way in you don't see vintage shop in the shopping center. So if I think if it was more accessible in kind of the shopping mall, that will certainly open up for people to get it, or maybe in the outlet. So something to consider. But those at the moment, there's not a lot of vintage shop. I mean, a lot of those shops are mostly in the hipsters areas like Surrey Hills, which is probably beyond my age to go into. So yeah, I think it's you assume that all brands are doing the right thing. I guess you can ask questions or probably go to the website to find out more about the brand and what they do, and that's um, up to the brand to kind of put that on their website. But if on the website they don't have that, then it's really hard to find out whether they're doing anything ethically, and I think if something goes wrong or something come up in the news about it, that will certainly affect the brand. For example, like with Volkswagen, with the diesel emission, that certainly impact the way people look at the brand in terms of the integrity of the brand and to provide um, good product and making sure they are telling the truth. So certainly it has impact sales of Volkswagen. There's still a lot of fan of Volkswagen, but certainly I noticed that it has dented their sales since that diesel emission and the trust of the brand.